Hi, Taylor T. Carlson, and I'm back with another video for you. Arrow Video, one of my favorite niche boutique home video labels, is at it again with a new 4K release. This time around we get a 4K version of Pitch Black, the classic late 90s, early 2000s vehicle for Vin Diesel, which is one of his first major films. We're going to do a quick unboxing and then I'll get into my opinions of this release. And there's the back cover. As you can see from all the text on here, there's certainly no shortage of bonus features, which is one of the reasons I love Arrow Video so much. Here's the actual disc and the booklet. I'm not going to take the disc out because it's just a black sleeve and there's nothing under there anyway. Here's a close-up of the booklet you get with this release. Back cover, great shot of Vin Diesel there, and then you of course got artwork of him on this side. Got a few screenshots and stills from the movie in here, as well as some essays. This booklet has... how many pages does this thing have? This has got roughly 40 pages of content with some great photos and written content. If you buy the release, I think you'll be impressed with what you're reading here. There is also reversible artwork on the included sleeve, so if you turn it inside out, this is what you get. I don't know if this release came with a slipcover also. Mine that I ordered from Amazon.com did not come with a slipcover. If you have gotten a slipcover with this release, let me know if you did and where you ordered it from or bought it from, because it's kind of disappointing because with my Arrow releases, I generally like to have the slipcover on and then the reversed alternate art underneath. If you're not familiar with the movie Pitch Black, it revolves around a time period in the future where a spaceship is transporting a crew of passenger civilians in suspended animation. Also being transported is the incarcerated intergalactic criminal Riddick, portrayed by Vin Diesel in one of his earliest film roles, and unfortunately, due to disastrous circumstances, their spaceship ends up crashed on a desolate world, and when mysterious creatures begin attacking and the crew finds themselves in the dead of night, not knowing how long it's going to last, they end up having to team up with Riddick despite their initial differences just to stay alive with hopes that they'll get off the world. This was actually my very first time seeing Pitch Black, even though the movie's 20 years old now, and I wouldn't say this is a movie that completely floored me, but it was certainly a lot of fun. In many ways, it's an entertaining, slightly above average B movie, and Vin Diesel is great in this role. I honestly wasn't familiar with any of the other actors in the film, but from the civilians to the spaceship crew, everyone's cast pretty well. They're not the most interesting three-dimensional characters, but everyone does a pretty good job. It's the visual style of the movie that really makes it stand out, with a lot of shots that have very blown-out contrast and pretty colorful filters. And it's not long into this movie that you'll realize it's a movie that really doesn't look like any other film. Again, this is not a perfect movie. I would consider it, like I said, a slightly above average B movie. You do have a lot of the typical tropes, and honestly, I wasn't thrilled with the creature design when you consider what kinds of movies are out there that have certainly outdone Pitch Black in that department. But if you want to kill 2 hours and you want a fairly entertaining, fun, slightly campy, schlocky sci-fi experience, I think that Pitch Black will fit the bill nicely. This release from Arrow Video includes the original R-rated theatrical cut as well as a slightly extended unrated version. Picture quality on the disc is very good overall. I'm glad to see Arrow finally dipping their toes into the 4K marketplace. They previously put out a 4K disc of the 1980 Flash Gordon film. I just did a review for that release a few weeks ago, but black levels are nice and deep. The colors and the blown out contrast and everything is just greatly enhanced by this release. In terms of picture quality, I was very impressed with what I saw here, and again, I really hope Arrow Video stays in the 4K game and keeps cranking out these great discs. Plenty of bonus features, as you saw on the sleeve, including a few newly recorded interviews just for this release, some press images and stills, and some vintage bonus features from earlier home video releases of the film as well. There's even a 40-minute or so animated feature starring the character of Riddick, which serves as sort of a bridge between this and the next Riddick film, which was called The Chronicles of Riddick. I believe they've made 3 feature films starring the character so far, and there's a few other media appearances of the character, including like shorts and video games and so forth. I'm really going to look more into this franchise, maybe watch some of the other videos, movies, and comment on those, maybe do reviews for those when I get a chance. Have you checked out Pitch Black yet? Have you had a chance to pick up Arrow Video's disc? Comment down below and let me know what you think if you've had a chance to get this one. Also remember to subscribe to my channel for more content and like this video if you found it helpful or interesting. I'm Taylor T. Carlson. I'll be seeing you next time.